The Integral Women in Leadership program was really born out of partly my own experiences as a senior female in the mining industry here in Perth, and partly some of the research that came out, certainly around the time of Sheryl Sandberg's book Lean In, and I was lucky enough to be commissioned to do some research into best practice in women's leadership development. So the program was born out of that because we really realised there was a bit of a gap in the market around how do we support women to use all the strengths that they have in an environment that unfortunately is still not incredibly supportive of women in leadership roles. So we used the research to really look at what were the key things that we could give women that would really help them step forward and excel in their careers. So we look at things like, we start really on the question of purpose, on the question of authentically, what is it that you're there for, what are you trying to achieve in your career? And we work through various different aspects like mindfulness, resilience, managing change, negotiation, which is a really big one often for women. Before people come on the program, we do a 360 feedback report for them, and they receive some coaching on that feedback. And that's often for women the first time they've received some really genuine, sometimes quite confronting, but usually very useful feedback. Another interesting aspect of the program is the challenge statement. So the challenge statement is a process where effectively people identify a personal/professional challenge that they're facing, and they work on that through a very structured process with the team of women that they've been sitting with in the program. So they've become fairly close usually by this stage, and people come out of that process just saying like, wow, something has really shifted for me through doing this. We've also found it's kind of really reinvigorating for a lot of women to kind of spend that time reflecting with a group of really supportive peers to talk about what they're doing in their career, what they might want to do next. We found that's been a real benefit in the program. So it's not just for women who are currently in positions of senior leadership, it's for any woman who wants to progress their career and to work out how to manage that work-life juggle a little bit more effectively. So we're lucky to have a couple of the past participants, Holly and Sian, talking about their experience on the program. So Sian, it's about a year since you joined us on the Integral Women in Leadership program. What would be some of the things you sort of remember as highlights of the program for you?
Well, I think it was, first of all, really great opportunity that we had 4 days to go through everything. I haven't spent that time before just going through what my career goals are, where the gaps in my knowledge are, what I feel about different things. I think just the approach more holistic in terms of work-life balance. And
looking back at that action plan now, would you see a few of those things have come into fruition in your life?
Yeah. I mean, there was the challenge statement and the action plan. It was both personal and professional. From a personal level, that's been achieved, as much as it can be. I mean, it's a work in progress, really. But the challenges that I set myself for a year and 2 years for, further study and becoming more proactive and networking, those things are, definitely in action. For where I wanted to get to in 5 years, kind of still laying plans for that. But it's good. It's really nice feeling to have invested that time to have a clear plan and a clear direction. You're put into kind of small tables, and the people that were in my table I hadn't met before, and we definitely had a cross section of skills, and you kind of all sit there on the first day and you don't really know them that well, and by the end, but by the end, you've kind of gone through quite some emotional times with people as well, and you get people that are realizing some of the baggage that they've got, and some of maybe the I guess the things that are really holding them back from, and mostly it's all about what you believe about yourself, and always interested to see how people have progressed. And I know that a number of people, even on my table, the stuff that they said in their challenge statements, they have progressed and have really achieved what they set out to achieve during those days. So
what were some of the things that really stood out as highlights?
Yeah, look, for me, it was fantastic being on the program. Thank you. I'm really glad you run it, and I understand I was probably part of the third year of it, so I was really grateful that you had kept going with it, because I found a lot of value out of that program, honestly. Like, I had heard really good things about it from colleagues of mine that had gone, so I had high expectations going in, and definitely it absolutely lived up to and exceeded those expectations. For me, if you were to ask the key thing that I took away from the program, would definitely be the work on the challenge statement. When I attended, I was really at a tipping point in my career of trying to decide what my next steps were, where I wanted to go, and the work that I did on the challenge statement absolutely unlocked or unblocked a lot of what was keeping me from going to that next level in my job/career. And it was a very subtle yet very powerful thing, and I don't think that I would have unlocked it as quickly on my own.
So in terms of working with this group of women who you hadn't really known beforehand, what was the experience of that like?
Yeah, look, in my experience, that was quite profound. You know, on the first day you arrive, it's a lovely, congenial vibe, very friendly, you barely know people, and I wasn't actually expecting by the fourth day to feel such a deep connection with the other participants, particularly around really genuinely caring about what happens to them and their future success and them achieving what they've outlined that they want to achieve. I wasn't expecting to have that deep level of empathy or connection with these people, and the genuine desire to keep in touch and to understand what's happened for them and to see if things have worked out for them. So I think that's a real credit to the course, that to create that kind of environment in only 4 days is something very powerful and profound, I think. So for me, that course and that work was absolutely perfectly timed and has set me up for success in the role that I'm in now.